In this video, I want to show you how to reach superhuman levels of productivity so you can make more money in less time. This way, you can either use your newfound free time to do some bullshit, have fun, whatever. Or if you're a real G, you use that additional time to make even more money because we out here balling and shot calling. You may be asking why you should listen to me. Well, over the last few years, I built several multi-8-figure businesses and I've been flexing on you motherfuckers for a decade straight. Balling, shot calling, stunting on the hoes, flexing on the haters, and I'm gonna show you how to do it too. Here's the thing when it comes to peak performance. A big part of productivity is managing stress. There's a principle called the Jurgens-Dawson law, which means that some stress is actually good for performance, right? You want a little bit of stress. You want a little bit of pressure because that can bring the best out of you, right? If shit is too easy, you might just be strolling, right? And it makes sense that you have to have pressure to accomplish your goal. It should be somewhat stressful, right? We never saw a movie about a hero who just strolled to his goal, right? Like Batman didn't just walk up to the villain and say, hey, knock it off. And he said, damn, Batman, I ain't even think about it like that. It don't work like that. Nah, he's gonna have to fight for it. He's gonna be some stress. The problem is when you encounter too much stress, that's when it becomes overwhelming pressure and it impedes productivity. So it looks like this. It's a bell curve. Hopefully I can draw this good. On this axis, we have performance. My handwriting looks like a toddler's handwriting, but not just any toddler, maybe a toddler who had just got out of prison. He did a long stretch at Rikers Island. He got out of prison, decided to get fucking wasted drunk, shitty drunk, and then start hosting a podcast where he had to draw. That's what my handwriting looks like. All right. And on this axis, we have stress. Okay. So when the stress is low, put it here, low stress. If the stress is too low, it doesn't motivate you into action. In fact, you probably have a bunch of little shit that's not difficult, it's not arduous, but because it's so easy, you've probably been putting that shit off for motherfucking days, weeks, maybe your whole life, but it's not stressful enough where you gotta do it, right? But then in between here, there's like a Goldilocks zone where you have an amount of stress where it's like healthy pressure. You have an amount of healthy pressure. And this is kind of where you want to be. Things are a little stressful. You got a little bit of pressure, but it makes you act, right? It kind of springs you into action, gets you off your motherfucking ass. Maybe it ignites a fire underneath you where you get motivated. This is the zone where you get more motivated. Okay, you know what? I'm going to draw this a little differently so it makes sense. And sorry, editors. When my editors are watching this in the future, I want you to know, hey man, I'm sorry. So healthy pressure is kind of in this zone. Healthy pressure, all right? However, you go over here and now you have overwhelming pressure. So when shit gets overwhelming, this is actually where people start getting sick. They get stressed out. They gotta fucking start seeing a psychiatrist. This is when your life starts fucking up, when you're here. Over here, you just a fucking loser, couch potato motherfucker. Like you the motherfucker the Republicans be complaining about. And over here, this is when you're the most productive. This is when you're balling, shot calling, making shit happen. So you want to be in that middle zone, the healthy pressure zone. This is where we want to be. Here's the thing, because too much stress, not only does too much stress fuck up your productivity, but it also fucks up your health. So here's a study that shows that chronic stress inhibits testosterone synthesis, meaning, you ain't got as much testosterone, man. You got that cortisol up, man. Now you fucking with your health. You ain't got to read the whole study. I'm not going to read it to you, but you can take a screenshot and fucking Google that shit on your own time. There's another study about how stress impacts your bodily functions. Really, it just fucks you up, man. I don't think I have to display a whole lot more proof than that, but you know that stress fucks you up. It raises your cortisol levels, which lowers your testosterone, which makes it easier for you to store fat and more difficult for you to build muscle and lose fat. Real quick, the fitness guys like to say it's all calories in, calories out, but it's not all calories in, calories out. The calories out part of that equation, it depends on your hormone levels, right? This is why PEDs work, right? Most PEDs are just synthetic forms of natural hormones, right? Your hormone levels count. And if your hormones are all out of whack, then you won't burn calories as effectively. But it also just fucks with your performance. Here's what we want to do. Remember, your life is 4 quadrants of life. You have money, you have health, then you have romantic relationships, What I'm saying? Right? These are the people you're having sex with. And then we have friends and family. Those are the main quadrants of life. The green side of this, to your left, These are the things you can't live without, right? Without health, you die. Without money, you can't survive here on Earth, not on planet Earth. Maybe in another solar system, they have a different economic system, but here you need money. You don't need a romantic relationship to live, but life kind of sucks without it, right? You have biological needs. Let's be honest, you gotta fuck somebody, right? And then you got friends and family. So the red, you don't need it to live, but without it, life sucks. The green, you need it to live. Now here's the thing. Each one of these come with a little bit of stress. There's not just business stress. There's not just personal life stress. You only have one brain. So it's stress as a whole. Because a little bit of stress makes you perform better, you don't need to perform crazy in your romantic relationships, except for like maybe an hour or two a day when you hitting that and you don't need the peak performance with your family and friends, man. Like it's not that serious, man. It shouldn't be, at least. And your health, fucking working out an hour a day, controlling the amount of food you put in your mouth, going to sleep. You do those things, you'll be pretty healthy, right? Remember, some stress is good. To be the most productive, all the stress should be here. This is where all your stress should be, in making money. You should not have stress here. In fact, this should help relieve stress. If shorty ain't relieving your stress, then she might be pushing you to the right of this bell curve. Your friends and family, they should relieve stress. But if you got a friend stressing you out, man, kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be stressful here. And your health, it can happen, but like, yo, listen, don't do no dumb shit. Don't do drugs. Hey, don't do drugs. You shouldn't allow the health to be stressful unless you like old and shit, or you was born with some disease or some shit. We want all our stress to be in the money category. Some stress is good, but you go over, it's too much. I hope everyone's following me. This is called Yerkins. I might be saying this nigga's name wrong, man. Yerkins. Dodson's Law. The homie Yerkins. See what I'm saying? He doing his thing, man. He came up with a law. So here's the thing. Some stress is good. Too much is bad. Too little is bad too, right? We want to be in the Goldilocks zone. And if some stress is good, it should all be in the money shit. Let's say you're playing a video game and it's one of them, I don't know, fighting games, right? And this is you the fighter in the game, right? And then you have this health bar, right? We're going to call it a stress bar. But for this example, we're going to call it a stress bar. So you got some stress going on, little life shit, regular shit. I got to do this is like regular shit. Hey, I got to do the laundry, pay my bills, just regular life stress shit. Then let's say you go into business or you're trying to really excel in a goal. All right, man, now your stress is up here. All right, cool. Hey, that's fine. You got stress there. That's cool. That's probably where it needs to be. Healthy stress. But then your motherfucking girl starts tripping. Oh shit, now your stress is way over here. Then your mama out here fucking tripping and your friends is doing some wild shit. Boom, now you got your stress levels go too far. And this is when you see people getting fucking sick. Your stress got maxed out. So what we need to do is remove the stress in the other areas. We want to keep your stress around here, around halfway. And it should be almost all business shit. That way you end up being happy, but motivated. So how do we do that? Well, there's a concept I came up with. I call it mental RAM. Psychiatrists or a psychologist would call it cognitive load. So cognitive load, basically, it's the amount of information working memory one can process at a given time, right? Cognitive load actually contributes to stress. Like you have all the shit you got to think about. Oh, my car's fucking up. Oh, my business is fucking up. I got to take care of the kids. I got to pick this person up. I got to do all this shit. I got to get groceries. It can become a lot, and it can become cognitively demanding, and that can cause stress, and it cause you to fuck up your health bar and push you over the edge. I call it mental RAM. It's easy for me to think about it like that. Basically, I used to build computers back in the day when I was poor. I needed computers, so it was cheaper for me to build my own PCs in the early 2000s than it was to try to buy one. And I learned a lot about computers. And one of the things, RAM was one of the things your computer needs to process different programs simultaneously. Or if you have all these different programs running on the computer is liable to fuck up. For example, Google Chrome is a demanding software on your computer CPU and on its RAM. You guys we've all been there. You go to incognito, turn on the porn mode. You guys all seen this before. You guys know this guy. You turn on porn mode, then you have 30 fucking tabs open because you're trying to find the right spot to finish the job. You don't want to waste it on some bullshit. And that can take a long time. But if you put up too many fucking tabs, what happens? Your computer starts running slow. That error, Chrome stops working. Some of you motherfuckers are watching this with your girl right now. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. Porn mode. What? Your brain is like that too. So people think, oh, work-life balance. Well, when it comes to your brain, you only have one brain. There's only one central CPU here. It's gonna handle your work shit and your life shit simultaneously. And if there's too much going on, you're gonna have too much stress and you won't be able to perform. And that's not me saying, that's the homie Yerkins and Dodson. They came up with this shit. So we need to lower our mental RAM. And the way we do this, then there's two things that increase mental RAM. They are projects and conflicts. And when I say projects, I don't mean like Cabrini Green, right? I don't mean projects that you have going on in your life. You know, I gotta refinance my loan, or I gotta fucking fix the gutters or some shit. I gotta build this podcast studio. These are projects. And then conflicts. It can be something big, you know, Iran and Israel, you know, possible World War III, or it could be your motherfucking girl is tripping and shit. So it's projects and conflicts. This is an exercise I do for myself. Anytime I feel like I'm experiencing too much stress, I can tell when my stress bar is going too high. I'm less productive and it seems like I'm not getting as much done. But when I go through this exercise I'm about to show you, so basically anytime I'm over here, I do this exercise and it puts me right back here where I need to be, in the productivity zone, right? Instead of the overwhelming pressure zone. And the key is to keep this really low. Before we show you how, you want to keep this low, maybe even less than halfway, because making money, it can be difficult, man. There's going to be a lot of stress involved in making money. You want to leave room for more stress when it comes. But if you have life shit, if you have a bunch of other projects and conflicts taking up your available CPU in your brain, your stress reserves, then you won't have nothing left. And then you just going to fucking panic, right? You're going to crash. And what I want to do is give you an exercise that I do for myself and I do for my employees when I feel like their productivity is dipping. I know, because of Yerkin and Dawson, I know that when their productivity starts to drop, I know that they're stressed out. And I run this exercise with them or with me in order to lower their cognitive load, their stress level, lower their mental RAM, and so they can be more productive and make me more money. I want you to pause the video and just say, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think your mental RAM is at, right? So 1 being you just chilling, almost too chill, right? And 10 being like you can barely sleep, you ain't slept in days. Where are you from 1 to 10? Pause this video, write that number down. All right, we're back. So now we got your numbers. Now I want you to do, so I'll write down all the projects you're working on, all the projects in your life. If you're trying to start a business, if you're in school, if you got a big test coming up, this is really gonna help you, man. Make sure you get a fucking pen and pad out and actually do this. List out all the projects you have, right? Stop this video if you need to. List out all the projects, then come back. Everything you're working on right now. And then list out all the conflicts you have, internal and external, right? So if your girlfriend's tripping, your boyfriend tripping, if you're Diddy, you would write down, FBI investigating me for sex trafficking. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be a conflict that he's going through. His stress level is probably pretty high. So write down all your projects and conflicts. We're going to label these. One of 3 things. We're either going to plan it, delegate it, or fuck it. And when I say fuck it, I don't mean we're going to make love to it. I mean, we're just gonna disregard it. We're not gonna give a fuck about it. Fuck that shit, man. So I want you to go through each one of your projects and conflicts and either write a F, a D, or a P next to it. And let me explain what I mean. Plan it. We need to come up with a game plan to attack this thing and to make it more manageable. Delegate it means give it to someone else. Like, so if one of the projects is you got to clean up the house, you're going to tell your girlfriend to do it. You know what I'm saying? Or she going to have a conflict, right? You know what I'm saying? Right? You know, your kid's flunking out of school, then maybe you delegate it by hiring a fucking tutor for them motherfuckers. You know, it could be anything. We want it to be as little planned as possible. We want more D's and F's. It should be mostly this. I want you to eliminate more things. Let's say I'm gonna make up a fake list. Projects. All right, man, I gotta fucking move. Oh shit, that's stressful. I gotta plan the vacation. Right? Even if you enjoy it, it's still a project. I'm starting thought repellent launch. All right. All right, we bringing thought repellent to the marketplace. So that's a real project. What else do I got going on? Okay, maybe I need a new content plan. That's enough for right now for this example. And then the conflicts, I'm gonna make some up. This ain't real. This ain't my real life. If anybody's watching. All right. Hoes tripping. You know what I'm saying? Wife tripping. That's how you know it's make believe, everybody. I ain't got a wife. Wife tripping. Girlfriend tripping. Wife and the girlfriend, they both tripping. A lot of you guys may not know this. If you got a girlfriend and a side girlfriend, their periods start to line up. I swear to God. I swear to God. Right? I have sleep problems. Maybe another conflict. You know what I'm saying? Drake dissed me. You know what I'm saying? Drake dissed me in a new song, man. Now I got beef with Drake again. God damn it. Why is Drake always fucking with me? That man's a menace. He needs to be stopped. And maybe something like, homie tripping. One of the homies is out here tripping. All right. And we'll do it for this example. All right. So let's say I looked at this fictitious example, right? And I started looking at, all right, so I got to move, man. I got to get up out of here. So boom, I'm going to plan that one. I got to do it. So, all right, we're going to put a P next to move. Maybe the vacation. Maybe I delegate that. Cool. I have my girlfriend. Listen, I want you to plan the whole vacation. All right. For me, what I would do, I actually do this every time I go on vacation. I have my team plan my vacation. So when I went to Disney World with my son the week before last, we went to Disney World. We went to Lego World. I was like, yo, this is what we want to do. Let me know when it's done. Use the Amex points so I ain't got to pay no real money for it. And then, boom, they sent me an itinerary. They bought my son's mom tickets and everything. They bought him tickets. Some flying first class. My son never flew in coach. Never flew in coach with y'all. This is just an example. Dot repellent. Oh, that's Nima's handling that. It's a Nima project. Content plan. Oh, that's also a Nima project. Hey man, cool. We'll go through what this means in a minute. All right. We want this to be mostly D's and F's, right? Hoes tripping. All right, man. FDB, man. Fuck that bitch. Wife tripping. Now you got a decision to make. Do you have a prenup or not? It's cheaper to kill. It's cheaper to kill her. I mean, cheaper to keep her. It's cheaper to keep her. Maybe the wife's tripping. Maybe we plan it though. Maybe we plan it. We want to keep the wife. But now my girlfriend tripping because I'm spending too much time with my wife. Man, fuck that bitch. Bitch, shut the fuck up, man. Kick rocks, ho. All right, sleep issues. This may be something we got to plan. You know what I'm saying? Fuck we gonna do about Drake this time? I'm a boss. I don't handle my own beef, right? So we're gonna delegate that. We're gonna delegate the Drake beef. I'm gonna have to call up Rose. I'm gonna have to call up Ricky Rose. Hey, yo, Ricky, Officer Ricky, listen, need you to handle that Drake shit. Psst. Next thing you know, he's gonna handle the beef for me. The homie's tripping. One of the homies is tripping. Kill him. I'm sorry. We're gonna say fuck it. Fuck that shit, you know. All right, cool. Pause the video. Do the shit yourself. All the delegate ones, that's easy. You just, hey, you tell whoever you're delegating to, hey, I'm gonna do this. So even if it's clean the house, right? If it's clean the house, you go on TaskRabbit, you find a motherfucking tasker, you find one of them rascally rabbits, and you pay them to clean your crib. You set that up, and they come through and clean, right? I'm gonna tell Nima, hey, I want this done, man. Come back to me with some shit. Content plan, you know what I'm saying? All right, we already got that. Nima told me what this episode was gonna be about, and I was like, don't even trip. I'll come up with something. Well, we are already doing that. Now we'll come back to the plan thing. Hoes, all right, we dumping this bitch. We keeping the wife. We dumping this bitch. Make a game plan for the sleep. We got Rick Ross handling Drake for us. You know what I'm saying? He owes me some favors for the thing with the guys back in the day. Homies tripping, man. Fuck them niggas, man. Kick rocks, bitch ass nigga. You lucky it ain't a K next to you. All right, cool. So now it's mostly F's and D's. With the delegation, we assign these tasks to people. All right, cool. Don't have to worry about it. Fuck it. We just say, hey, fuck it, man. Fuck that shit. Now with the plan, here's what we're gonna do. I want you to think, how long would it take you to come up with a game plan to attack this goal? Not how long it's gonna take you to do it. How long would it take you to come up with a real plan? When I say plan, I mean every step is laid out with deadlines to every step. Every step is laid out and there's deadlines every step. How long would it take you to develop that plan? Let's just say, all right, man, I think it's gonna take me 90 minutes, but I'm gonna give myself some extra time. So I'm gonna say 2 hours. All right, do this too. I have some other plan. All right, I got to figure out why this bitch is tripping and try to fix it. Maybe that'll take 30 minutes to come up with like a real game plan. So I'll give myself 60 minutes, 1 hour. Sleep issues. I don't even know what that's going to be, right? So maybe I don't even know what to do. I'm gonna have to do some research. So maybe I'm gonna give myself way more time for this, anything I got to research, but I'm pretty good at researching shit. So maybe I'll give myself 3 hours to come up with this plan. So now we got that. We know how long it's gonna take us to come up with the plan, not to do it, to plan out what we're gonna do or figure out what we're gonna do. So then what we do is go into Google Calendar, open up your calendar. If you've been following this shit for any amount of time, you should be living out of your calendar. So I'm gonna bring up my fake calendar. This is not my real one. So now I know it takes 2 hours for move, right? So I go in here, man, when am I gonna do this? All right, I wake up at 4 every day. So maybe here, this is when I'll do it. Plan, move, right? I put it in here. Oh, that's only 1 hour. No problem. Just move it down here, man. Cool. 5 to 7 a.m. on Monday the 12th. Oh, what the fuck? April 2000. All right, so next week, Monday, I wake up at 5. I wake up at 4 every day. Cool. So I'll plan move. All right, bam. That's in my calendar. All right, cool. Then what else I had, man? I gotta figure out how to stop this fucking bitch from tripping. And maybe my calendar would normally be filled up. This is my example one. So man, maybe shit. I got a little bit of time. Tuesday afternoon at 3. It's only gonna take me an hour. Cool. Oh, so all right. Make plan to stop stupid wife from tripping. Boom. Put that in the calendar. Cool. All right. Then another plan, sleep issues. I got to figure that out. I don't even know what to do. So I'm going to have myself, remember, I gave myself 3 hours to figure that out. Tuesday's so fucked up. So, all right, cool. Let me fuck with this shit. I got some time. I got 3 hours Thursday afternoon. And if you're watching this, you should do this in real time. Man. All right. So I got to make this 3 hours. Boom. All right, cool. Now, here's the beauty of this. Every time I've done this with everyone, including myself, as soon as they get in their calendar, it's like they don't have to keep it in their brain anymore, right? Because your brain should be used for creating ideas, not for storing them. Your brain is a tool, right? It's not a fucking locker. You ever open a woman's trunk, the trunk of a woman's car? It's full of bullshit, right? They use it. It's not made. The trunk is not storage. It's made for transportation. The trunk should be empty so you can put shit in it, use that space to transport things to different locations, right? But these hoes is using it for storage. That's what you've been doing with your brain. You've been keeping all this shit in your fucking brain. But now that we've went through this exercise, you don't even have to think about the shit, man. I don't have to think about Drake no more, all right? Rick's gonna have to handle him this time, you know? I don't have to think about my hoes tripping. You know, fuck them bitches, man. I don't care. My girlfriend is tripping. Fuck that bitches. I'm gonna focus on my wife. You know, Nima's gonna figure out the content plan, not me. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna bring thought repellent to the market. If it's late, it's his fault. Now all I gotta worry about is the other shit, but I don't have to worry about it now. I don't have to keep it in my brain anymore because I set aside time to make a game plan. So every time I do this with an employee, remember I ask them what's your mental RAM at from 1 to 10 now. Soon as that's the key. Once it's in the calendar and they don't have to hold it in their brain anymore, they all tell me it's a significant decrease in mental RAM and they're a lot calmer. It's not uncommon to see 3 to 5 point reduction in perceived mental RAM. And every time I do this with one of my salespeople, what happens is they move from over here from the overwhelm zone into the productivity zone. They start making more money and then they make me more money. And everybody wins, you know what I'm saying? Because that motherfucker was my conflict, him fucking up, right? So I put in the calendar, hey, go do the mental RAM exercise with this shithead, get him back in the productivity zone. And now he's back in productivity. We all making more money. I promise you'll see a huge improvement and reduction in mental RAM. If you're watching this video, go ahead and type in the comments of this video, how many points was your mental RAM reduced by doing this exercise? Do this for other people to see, man. For when other people come to this video in the future, they can see that it works. It's real shit. Now you may be saying, how do you make a plan? I'm glad you asked. I have a video all about how to make plans. You should go watch that right now.